Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history, number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been
and a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's taken to the 26. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 53 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return is Brandon Powell. And it's made at the 25-yard line. Look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back on the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's got here to be a big great game so far. He's been solid.
I like where you go with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hit that things really escalate for. And right now, they feel like there's someone keeping him in check. But he has to be in the end zone once. But boy, he can put it in any moment. He is the one shoot you find. You get greedy in a good way.
Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Down the left side, the swing pass. And the line goes in yardage here. Back at the 20-yard line. So the line up with 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
You lose that kind of yardage on the pass play. You often expect to get sacked. But that wasn't the case there. They played a good pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making it incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage. brings some counters because you know makes their adjustments.
The Bengals with a first and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's the right side. And we're going to cross midfield inside the 45. He's going to go feed for a deep route, and then breaks it off. Usually about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts out to his midfield. And now what he's trying to do is use his body and keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback really nice. Here in the Super Bowl, we'll return more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and 10, Joe Burrow. This defense was out to have a responsibility deep ball, and even more than ready for it. They got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the invitation on first, now second and 10. Burrow throw. Buying time to his left. And it's slide to the ball here. He's just a little shot of first down. He turns out that in a nice game. He's getting closer to third down. Arguably goes for his regression. Not there. Not there. About the third one. He's decided to barrel it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit. Good measure. Third and 2. Now Burrow. Got him down. As they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the design that we're seeing it right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown there in the fourth quarter. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see the openings, take their shots. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. A nice screen gets it just first down. With all the success that's pass rusher, you know you can't get ball. It's easy to back row. So it's really like this to counter that pass with the screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says just replace this rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down here and pitch the 12-yard line. 45 yards rushing for now. He's carried it 3 times. So maybe he's going to run this situation. Watching down has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. That's also sensitive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now Joe Mixon. They'll get this down inside that 10-foot gun up about that 40. Finding
sometimes you get lost in cover to secondary. I think you're absolutely right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy right open. Probably because he's been out of the pocket. Of course, trying to split their first carry of the game, but obviously they didn't.
No question about it here. Why not go fresh legs? They will push for big. I got that first. Big decision to make on the conversion down. Step on first things first. They score as they come up first and goal. Dixon pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown. To celebrate fantastic finish now. Fourth quarter touchdown there. We're an extra point away with the high-point game.
And I know that they didn't get a possible one or two. But kiss this and just get it back to level.
Seems like you keep going. Passing here to Joe Burrow to mix it, check it down. That catch is good for only a couple.
When he catches the ball and he came out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or it's three people. They were right there waiting, and they stopped him for the whole game.
Well, they'll pick them up, come up on second and 8 to 26-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Open the nation's down. That catch was good for 5, 6 down.
That's not more about the game. The second down. That was a delay. Because now they take you against the situation. Got a tight end. Now much better opportunity for third down.
The Bengals on third down. They've had a half of 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd. They'll set up to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
Time on defense, flooded the field with defense attacks. Blinded it in one way, all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Kevin here now, as he's on for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch at the pass, and just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll wind up the 35-yard line to return. LA is to take over the offense. And there's a tension ratcheting up all around the Akers with the lead. So they'll come in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Stafford gives it to Akers. Very early there. Got a yard. And a yard to the 31. That guy is going to be a car. He had 97 yards around. I think so. Three-way for that century mark. Gotta have it. Yeah, I think what they're going to call is one of my favorite runs. Whenever he feels comfortable with the offensive line is executing well today. Try and get 100 yards. Clock continuing on the penalty once it's all the way before snagging it on second down. Going right back to Akers. Calling the gain 5 and about 4. The objective there, yes, the punting game, that's nice, but yeah, you're exactly right. The problem with them is it's still a bit of possession, so they can't sit on it running the ball. I find a way to throw effectively as well. This is a big play from both sides. What we see here, 3rd and 4. Stafford. They're going to be incomplete. Covered a little tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion. Breaking up for that down. So the field goal unit is on the field, and this is a big spot right here. Right hand, from 53. The game not to improve, and then the drive will end up yielding 3. So they get 3 more now. Is that going to be enough? That's the question, because when I look at the sides on that side of the field, it's a little tight right there. Touchdown there. That's a big hammer right now. They feel a lot about this. Touchdown the other direction. Almost down. After the big field goal, they get to kick it off. Yards deep here comes the return. Getting a couple extra yards here if there's trouble. He's down at the 27. So and the Bengals down by 6. 2:16 to play. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they got a 1st down. First down. Here's Burrow. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. You get it every snap. He locked it on his target, but he covered quite well. Now it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the right guy, bringing it down. Leonard Flynn, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. This play comes now. It's fourth down. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Looking for it. It is intercepted. Picked up by David Moore. And then he'll get this back down about the 20-yard line. The clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that might just see your fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. They're trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything they do. But not too far back. They want to be in a position to make the ball. And that they did.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. On the counter, this is Kickers. And it's coming right in there. There's a tackle down the line. Now they're going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline, talk about what to do next. Touchdown at this stage could eventually salt this one away. They'll look to run with Akers. And they're going to take it for a touchdown. Akers taking it in for a yard out. And the Rams are starting to play in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
It's easy to say they are running people right now, but I'm looking at your face and thinking you got to get careful with that.
Let's hit you a score game here inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything easy. That could get you in jeopardy.
Now Stafford will come up, trying to get his guys a 2-point conversion. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. It's incomplete. So they look for two from the 2. Let me ask you as a former DD, what changes there around the goal line and a 2-point conversion is smart?
Just make sure you never have backup, you never retreat. You establish yourself really out of line of scrimmage. But you're going to go goal line or worse. And if they're going to throw the ball, make it throw over your head because they're going to run out of space because that could get the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Following the touchdown, he to kick it away. It's taking it at the goal line. They take this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call this 26. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, just in the interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect you. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just want to test to see how they attack here. Here's Burrow. Connecting with Dixon. And he'll be taken down on the face mask here. And yes, out of the flag. Well, you're leading in the fourth quarter. That's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now you're disciplined. Having plays at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
First and 10. To throw Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Yusama. And they'll get him down after a couple pickup of 8, second and 2.
Just give it up. That's where you play the defense. You can get people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give much run after the catch.
Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Earl. Remember, he had it earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get back bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
After the incompletion, they're now 3rd and 2. Defensively, but we'll need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll be the on out with Akers. And across the field, he can jump into Bengal territory. Bengals going to use the second of the timeouts as they get to stop with a little over 15 seconds left to go in the game. Five yards remaining, second down. They'll begin here with Akers. Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stop, which is just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Rams go 3-3 formation as they take the lead. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze flag as he gets this one away. And this one gets at the one, continues on in the zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening in the game. So after it's over, it's called just under 25. And all the way for the Chase with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again. Touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and then they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And then their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get put next to their name, Super Bowl champion. They can't ever take that away again. That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys cheering, the collective happiness. It Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulder, celebrate your triumph. Congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.